Imagine this, a tiny 7-year-old girl, all alone in a dark garage at 3 a.m., covered in grease, tears running down her cheeks as she tries to fix cars way too big for her hands. What she was doing broke every rule. But wait until you hear who spotted her, and what they did next. It changed an entire city forever. The deep rumble of 8 Harley-Davidsons cut through the silent streets of Cedar Falls, Iowa. Diesel Murphy, president of the local Hells Angels chapter, led the midnight ride like he had for the last 23 years. Behind him rode Tank, Wrench, and 5 other brothers, men most folks crossed the street to avoid. Then Diesel saw it. Light pouring from an open garage door at 3 in the morning. And inside, a little girl standing on a crate, struggling with a wrench almost as big as her arm. He killed his engine, walked in, and knelt down so his scarred face was level with hers. "Hey there, little mechanic," he said softly. The girl spun around, terrified. 7-year-old Madison Thompson was wearing her dad's oversized coveralls. Sleeves rolled a dozen times, grease smeared across her cheeks where she'd wiped away tears. "Mr. Diesel," she whispered, "I was just trying to finish Mrs. Henderson's car." Diesel's voice stayed gentle. "Where's your daddy, sweetheart?" That question broke her. The tears came fast. "He's really sick," she sobbed. "Cancer everywhere. He can't work anymore, but people still bring cars. And if we don't fix them, we don't get paid. And if we don't get paid, we can't buy his medicine." She was 7 years old, working alone at night for 2 weeks straight, just to keep her dying dad alive. Diesel felt something snap inside his chest. Joe Thompson had fixed Angel bikes for 15 years. Never asked questions, never charged extra, never treated them like criminals when the whole town did. Now his little girl was paying the price. Diesel looked at his crew. "Tank, call Doc Martinez. Tell him it's family business. Priority 1. Madison blinked up at him, confused. "But we can't pay you." Diesel smiled for the first time in months. "Little girl, family doesn't charge family." By sunrise, the garage looked like a war room. Angels poured in from 3 states. Tank stood guard at the door. Wrench took over the office. 8 of the toughest men you'll ever meet worked with careful hands on tiny bolts. Finishing every job Madison had started, they brought in the best cancer doctor money could buy. They upgraded the shop with tools Joe could only dream of. And when the insurance tried to cut Joe off, the Angels shut down Main Street for the biggest benefit ride Iowa had ever seen. 800 bikes. One mission, bring Joe home. 6 weeks later, Joe Thompson walked back into his garage, cancer in full retreat, stronger than he'd been in years. Madison ran into his arms. He looked at the new lifts, the gleaming tool chests, the sign that now read Thompson and Associates Auto Repair. Diesel extended his hand. "Partnership, fair split. You're the Thompson. We're the Associates." Joe took the hand without hesitation. "Deal, but one condition. My little girl never works past 8 on school nights." Laughter filled the garage, deep and real, because sometimes the scariest looking people turn out to be the biggest guardians angels you'll ever meet. And in Cedar Falls, Iowa, a 7-year-old girl working alone at 3 a.m. reminded an entire town what real family looks like.